Over the past months, Stepford County Railway has had its ups and its downs, but now things mainly seem to be looking up for the game, especially over the past few weeks. Because I'm unable to livestream this Saturday, I decided to create this video instead, and I feel that now is the perfect time to do it. This video is being recorded as of the 26th of June 2019, so if something happens between now and the 29th, it most likely will not be included in this video. Today I'm going to be going through a lot of updates, from the end of SCR 1.1 to the current version 1.3.16. I feel that it's nice to reflect and see how far this game has come over time, because 4 months ago not many people thought that the game would be where it's at now, apart from the directors of course. I will mostly be talking about SCR in this video, but other games may come up along the way, the main one being GCR, Grand Continental Railways, which is due a major update pretty soon. Anyway, let's go back to the 16th of March 2019. There were two things that happened in development on that day, the first of which was the final station sneak peek for the operations director Matty. Over the past month, 4 stations have been previewed, and everyone was getting pretty hyped for the Connect extension to Limb by the Sea. Except it wouldn't be to Limb by the Sea, but we'll come to that later. The second development was a live stream by Badtech, where a lot of key issues were fixed, but nothing major was really released to the public, apart from some train announcements for stations towards Limb by the Sea, which made people even more sure that the next major update was going to be that. 4 patches then came within 5 days, and then things went a bit silent. No more updates came to SCR for a month, and people began to lose a little bit of interest in the game. In my opinion, this was the point that I became most alarmed. Everyone knew that GCR was planning something huge, and SCR had a huge fanbase who really wanted something big as well. So the number of people playing began to drop, and there was one more issue. This was the time that a lot of games annoyingly similar to SCR began popping up, and the amount of them just increased by the day. Even I worked on one myself, but I shut it down after a couple of weeks because I realised there really is no point in making a game with the exact same purpose as a more popular one. Anyway, I only know of one notable one now, so the issue has been cleared. But back in March, it hadn't. Fortunately, SCR reappeared again and released version 1.2, the Whitefield update. It was met with a few mixed reviews, but overall, the atmosphere was good and people enjoyed it. Perhaps it could have done with a bit more scenery, especially around the actual terminus of Whitefield, because it was the exact same as in the Legacy edition, but it was good. Then, just over a week later, on May the 6th, the game hit 3 million visits. The train that was released was the Class 331, which is my least favourite train release since the beginning of 2019. I'm not sure what I disliked, but it looked a little bit pixelated and felt a bit rushed, like there was something bigger being worked on. And there was. It was revealed just 24 hours later, when a widely anticipated livestream from Badtech took place, showing a next generation Class 158, which would soon revolutionise SCR. More next generation trains were added shortly after, such as the Class 508 and the Class 185, leading the game into version 1.3. Another thing that came about just before this update is a development board, which is possibly the best thing SCR have done in the past few months. Until that time, nobody knew what updates were going to come or when, and we all had to guess what routes, trains and other updates would be next. But using Trello, SCR created a board estimating when updates would come out, and now we know exactly what is coming up for the rest of 2019. A month later, at the beginning of June, Matty released 3 new next-gen trains, after sorting out smoother decals for the Class 158 and the Class 508, which made me very happy, I have to say. The new trains were the Class 377 for Connect, the Class 379 for Waterline, and the Class 387 for Airlink. After that, Faraday Road Platform 3 was released, and now we're into the final 2 weeks until I get to today's date, June 26th. But don't think it's all over, because it's far from that. On the 14th of June 2019, a staff change happened in the SCR management, adding new Reb as the new Head of Product Development. This role helps the Innovations Director Badtech to develop the game, and being the creator of Man the Gap, he has a lot of experience. I was expecting it to take a while before I saw any progress from him, with him being new and settling in and all that. But just 9 days after he joined, the part of the line between Stepford East and Stepford Central was completely transformed, with new scenery and curves in the tracks instead of a straight line. The bridges and tunnels out of Stepford Depot were also redone, and they now look a lot less overcrowded and just have a nicer feel about them. So now we get to the present. Just today, development continues, and 3 new next-gen trains, the Class 357, Class 360 and Class 350, have all been previewed, and they'll probably be coming out in the next few days. So the word goes on. I said I'd mention GCR at the beginning of this video, and although I touched on it earlier, I'll go into a little more detail. I made this video because I wanted to look back at how SCR has improved. Back in March and April, when updates stopped for a short while, people began to get hyped about GCR 2019, a highly realistic update to GCR at the time, which I believe could have been a game changer and could have shut down hype for SCR. We all knew this was only coming in summer, but with a few sneak peeks, it was looking great and lots of people were getting behind it. But over the past few months, SCR has upped its game massively. If this carries on, we'll soon have a full fleet of next generation trains across many different lines with incredible scenery that doesn't lag the game any more than the previous scenery. This would give a great experience for a normal player. Obviously these two games focus on completely different things, as was noted in Jack the Gamer's SCR vs GCR vs MTG Mind the Gap video. But it's important to see how much things have changed since then. It doesn't stop there either. With the Trello roadmap, we get to see exactly what is planned for the future. Well, most of it anyway. And it looks very promising. Concourse information boards are set for this weekend, and then we can look forward to gameplay changes such as the Connect extension, Express up to Limb by the Sea, which didn't actually happen because the sneak peeks that Matty provided were actually of Whitefield, not of the Lynn stations. The Xbox Compatibility update for those of you who've told me you're on Xbox and you can't play the game. Signal changes such as double yellows to give extra warning. Electrification, manual driver announcements, a variety of in-train announcements such as onward connection announcements. Blimey, I sat to announcements way too many times there. A waterline extension, and then for next year, a more advanced way to play for people who want more realism. There's so much to look forward to, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Apologies that I couldn't stream, but I hope this video makes up for it. I look forward to what's coming in the future of Stepford County Railway. Until next time, goodbye.